Welcome, my witches and witchlings. I hope you're having a magical day today. Today, let's go over some Samhain spells to add some magic to your Halloween season. As you are aware, October 31st is both Halloween and the ancient pagan celebration of Samhain. To the Celts and other cultures, Samhain signaled the beginning of the winter season. It was the period when the final crop was collected before the inevitable fall into winter's gloom. Fires were lit to assist traveling spirits, and gifts were made in the names of the gods and goddesses and ancestors. Samhain, as a beginning, is now commonly referred to as the Witch's New Year. We pay respect to our ancestors, wind down our activities, and prepare for the months of contemplation ahead. Samhain, as a doorway to the dark half of the year, is a time when the barrier between the realms of the living and the dead is thin. It invites us to look courageously into the darkness and make friends with all the mystery, knowledge, and power that it has. These easy Samhain spells make use of the special energy that exists throughout the Halloween and Samhain season. Choose one that calls out to you. Put it into action between now and October 31st. The first one is about overcoming a fear. Halloween costumes and horror films are two examples of how our society uses the dark and terrifying energy of this time of year to convert our unfathomable fears into something lighter, more playful, more enjoyable. The same dynamic applies to this Samhain magic. Let's go over what we may need. A frightening mask to symbolize your fear. Choose one that gives you a comparable sensation to your dread or emotionally, symbolically resonates with your fear in some way. You don't have to rationally comprehend your decision as long as it instinctively feels appropriate. You don't have to purchase an expensive mask. You can draw or cut one out, as long as it symbolizes your fear. Also, any color chrysanthemum bouquet. Mums assist us in gazing bravely into the darkness. 4 white candles, and of course matches are a lighter. Place the white candles at the 4 compass points around yourself to form a small circle about 5 to 7 feet in diameter. Light the eastern candle first, followed by the other 3 candles in a clockwise sequence, so south, west, north respectively. Scatter the mums around the circle in a clockwise motion. You can leave the stems on or just scatter the blossoms. Call on the goddess and god or in any other way that seems strong to you to invoke the divine presence. Speak from your heart about what your fear is, how it has harmed you in your life, and why you are ready to conquer it today. Ask for the bravery to see fearlessly into the depths of your psyche and for help in changing your fear into courage and strength. When you feel ready, don the mask. Feel powerful and invincible. Instead of being afraid, feel fearsome and frightening. Be the embodiment of strength. Face east and say, I am no longer fearful, but fearsome. I throw off the burden of fear, and I am now purged and purified by the element of air. Face north and say, I am no longer fearful, but fearsome. I throw off the burden of fear, and I am now purged and purified by the element of earth. Face west and say, I am no longer fearful, but fearsome. I throw off the burden of fear, and I am now purged and purified by the element of water. Face south and say, I am no longer fearful, but fearsome. I throw off the burden of fear, and I am now purged and purified by the element of fire. Face east again and say, I am liberated, powerful, bold, and strong. Thank you so much, God and Goddess. Bless you and thank you, elements. Thank you. Blessed be, and so it is. Put out the candles. Put on some upbeat music and dance in front of the mirror while wearing the mask to make yourself laugh and break up any remaining fears. The next spell for Samhain is to connect with a deceased loved one, and here's what we need. A framed photograph of your loved one, human or animal, a solitary black candle, plus matches or a lighter, a sweetgrass braid with a plate to catch the embers on. Sweetgrass smoke, in addition to shielding against bad energy and beings, provides a light portal through which benevolent and beneficent spirits can enter. Light the sweetgrass braid. Make it smoke like incense, not like burning a log on a fire. Carry the plate below it and smudge the entire room and surroundings in a circular motion. Then, take the sweetgrass and either run it under water or seal it in a big jar to extinguish it safely. Place a black candle beside the photo and set in front of it. Light the candle. While thoroughly resting, look at the photo of your loved one. Close your eyes and connect with your loved one in the interdimensional realm when you are ready. Feel and experience their essence, and spend time with them as if they were physically present in front of you. When you finish, thank them for being present with you. Allow your inner vision to fade and open your eyes. Let's talk about a spell to increase your magical power. This is a very easy and simple ritual. You'll need a red pillar candle, 1 cup of sea salt, 1 stick of cinnamon and clove incense in an incense holder. Draw a warm bath, light the candle and place it near the bathtub. Light the incense as well. Stir the salt into the water with your right hand in a clockwise manner to dissolve it. Then raise your arms over the tub and point your hands downward toward the water. Visualize a bright light rising up from the core of the ground and passing through your feet, as well as descending down from the sky and passing through the top of your head. See the light meet in your heart area and flow down your arms and out into the water via your palms. Say, I invoke the ancient power of God and Goddess, cosmos and earth at this sacred season of Samhain when the veil thins. Please cleanse me of all illusion so that I can see the truth of my magical power and embrace it courageously and fully with mastery and love. Thank you so much. Before entering the water, safely waft the incense smoke around yourself. After that, soak for at least 20 minutes. If the incense becomes too much, you can extinguish it at this time. Before moving on, I just want to say, if you're not yet part of my witchy community, please subscribe and give us a like so you too can show this content to those who are seeking. Thank you. Now let's get back to it. The next spell is to protect your home from unfriendly spirits. It's no secret that invisible spirits like frolicking about around Samhain. This makes it an excellent time to perform a Samhain ritual such as this one, to protect your home against spirits you don't want as house guests. The ingredients you'll need are 9 cloves of garlic, a half-pint mason jar, and olive oil. Hold the garlic in the sunlight for a minute or two to empower it. Place the garlic in the mason jar. Peel and coarsely chopped. Fill the container halfway with olive oil and whisk 9 times clockwise with a chopstick or butter knife, and leave it for the night. As the sun rises the next morning, lightly anoint the exterior of your front door with the oil. Then, working in a clockwise manner, lightly anoint every window and door with the oil. You can keep the rest of the oil for future protection. For example, you can use the oil to anoint your third eye to keep unpleasant spirits at bay when traveling through possibly haunted areas or spiritually perilous circumstances. However, be warned, you will smell of garlic. Another example is that you can anoint photos of individuals you want to protect. The next Samhain spell is to gain insight and wisdom. Samhain is known for helping us to glimpse things that are otherwise enigmatic or unseen. Naturally, this makes it a very potent period for divination. Here's a list of what you'll need: an opal, a white candle, a tarot deck or oracle deck if you don't read tarot. In the light of the moon, empower the opal. Then on a table, set it close to the candle, light the candle, invoke the divine in a way that seems strong to you, and then bring to mind to the circumstance you want to get insight into. Ask for wisdom and understanding from the bottom of your heart. Shuffle your cards. Stop shuffling and cut the deck once or twice when you're ready. Deal the top 4 cards, facing outwards like petals of a flower, around the candle and opal, 1 on top, 1 to the right, 1 at the bottom, and 1 to the left. Your current condition is represented by the top card. Your aspirations and concerns and expectations are represented by the one on the right. The one at the bottom represents the origins of the karmic pattern, why you're in this circumstance, and how it may help you develop. The one on the left is guidance on how to continue or handle the problem. Spend some time just looking at the photos on the cards to acquire a sense of the full reading. Then after you're through, you may check the Oracle or Tarot Deck's handbook for further information. I hope you found some of these helpful. Until next time, my witches and witchlings, stay wild and free.